What's up, guys? We are going to check out one of the first Cybertrucks in the United States. We got the Mustang Dark Horse for the next week. This thing's actually pretty cool. Look at that, Dark Horse number 5. Tesla Roadster. This thing actually looks really cool from the outside. I'm loving the blue color. Just noticed this thing is on Trofeo R tires, so definitely need to get them warmed up before you get out on track and do some acceleration pulls, but I'm excited to test this out. The logo kind of reminds me of BoJack Horseman. For a factory exhaust, these tips are pretty big too. Always cool seeing the Tesla Semi at the Peterson, but today is all about the Cybertruck. My friend Seth just pointed out something interesting. Normally, it's 2 wheels, like a dually, but this is just one massive tire. So how cool is this? They've actually got the original Cybertruck prototype here, which we can take a look at and compare and contrast against the new production version. Allegedly, this is about 5% larger in every single dimension, and you can actually notice that 5% when you're walking around it. The new Cybertruck is about the size of an F-150. This is about the size as an F-250, allegedly. That is awesome. Some key differences between the prototype and the production version. As you can see, the door handles here are kind of Model S style. They retract when you push on them, they pull out. Thank you, sir. And then we've also got no mirrors, which apparently they couldn't do for legal reasons, but honestly, the mirrors look fine. Now look how cool this is. Another kind of yoke style steering wheel, kind of a ladder stepped dash, no Alcantara here. A little bit more rugged, but for the most part, it's pretty much the exact same truck as the prototype, which is one of the rarest things ever. Usually companies come out with an insane prototype that looks so cool, everyone's excited about it, and then the production version is so different, it's almost a waste that they even made the prototype version or kind of the concept car effect. But this is pretty much identical, and I love the fact that the concept truck has the same license plate that they've got on the official version. Check this out, guys. So unfortunately, Franz, the lead designer, couldn't make it today, but this is his actual personal Cybertruck, and it's the only one in matte black so far. So let's take a look at the new Cybertruck. I love the massive daytime running light. The actual headlights are down here. I think it's pretty cool that they've decided to make the wheel covers actually extend out into the tires themselves. You can actually take this off and there's alloy wheels behind it. Let's go ahead, I've never seen the interior before. To open this thing up, it's got a touchscreen button to open up that door. We've got kind of a combination of a yoke and a steering wheel. Massive digital display, the entire roof is transparent. Slightly different seat design to the Tesla Model S. Now look, one of the coolest parts about this thing, look at Franz's license plate. And I'd imagine, given the fact that he's like Tesla employee number 3, that this is a real license plate. It just says Cybertruck. I'm curious, what do you guys think about the new Cybertruck? Obviously, the looks are very polarizing. I think I like it, actually. It's ridiculous, but every truck looks the same. That's the reason that they designed it like this. They wanted to restart and kind of make a new truck from the ground up. It doesn't look the same as every other truck from the invention of the truck. Now, the crazy part is you can actually put an extended range battery in here. So the Cybertruck Beast has a 320-mile range, but you can add up to 440 miles of range if you pay for the extended range battery, which takes up a little bit of the trunk, but you actually can still put some stuff on top of it, which is really cool. I think one of the biggest things Tesla was missing in their current generation cars is the fact that they don't have ambient lighting. The fact they put this in the new generation Model 3 as well as the Cybertruck is awesome. Now, I've also been told that potentially you can remove these mirrors legally. They have to be delivered with the mirrors on, but you can take them off and actually use the cameras inside the car for the side view mirrors. All right, so how crazy is this? You can actually close up the truck bed, and I believe it can withstand a human standing on top of it. I don't know why you would ever do that, but just as a fun fact of the strength of the cover. I love that it's got ambient lighting in here so you can work at night as well. We've got a bunch of power supply there. I don't know how many people are actually gonna use the Cybertruck as a work truck, but I guess it is pretty useful. This is also a super good invention that I don't know how other cars haven't integrated. Right here, we've got wireless charging for your phone, and it's angled up at the driver so you could actually see navigation. Most navigation systems, they have your phone kind of tucked away so you can't actually see it. I get it for safety, but most people are gonna use their phone anyways for navigation, so the fact that it's angled like that towards the driver is super, super awesome. I gotta see, after seeing it in person in matte black, I think I actually really like the way it looks. Just sitting here, it is so badass. There's so many people around just wondering what the heck is this new Tesla. In silver, it's obviously cool, but I think matte black is the spec to get. Now, let's talk about some of the panel gap issues, if any, because apparently they had to invent an entirely new manufacturing process for the stainless steel panels. So they used a process called air bending to form all of the panels to curve them onto the truck itself. And honestly, the panel gap is not actually that bad. Let's run down the side of the car. You can see these are very flush. All of the corners line up. The craziest part is how the panels line up on the corners of the car, like right here. But honestly, that's not all that bad. I know Tesla gets a bad rap for, you know, their panel gaps, but if you start looking at other cars, you'd be surprised how many other car manufacturers' panel gaps aren't that good either. This part right here is interesting. I do feel like you could catch your pants on that and probably rip them off. So not only is this one of the largest, most ridiculous looking vehicles ever, look at the size of the windshield as well as the windshield wiper. It's one windshield wiper for this massive screen. That's the biggest windshield wiper I've ever seen. I wonder how much this costs to just replace the windshield wiper alone. I think with the matte black and a white interior, that would look absolutely awesome. I do love the fact though that with this black interior, it is two-tone, so we have some of this white contrast. Seth already knows. How much is it?
So basically it's $165 to change the Tesla windshield wiper.
You know what's crazy is I think that's actually about the same price as an S-Class wiper because they've got those stupid fancy water shooting things inside of it.
I paid $50 for a Prius, so this isn't too bad.
Seth had a really good point. At first we thought this might be painted or anodized, but it appears it's wrapped. And how come it looks so much like paint?
Because stainless steel is so perfectly smooth that when you put the vinyl on, it completely looks like a paint job and blends right in.
Yeah, because there's no orange peel or anything. Man. So I guess no matter what you wrap your car, even if you do a third party and don't do it via Tesla, it's gonna look super, super clean. You can tell it's wrapped. Look at the door area right here. There's the exposed stainless steel. Apparently, the Cybertruck is decent at off-roading as well because it's got a massive ground clearance of up to 17 inches. So the suspension has 12 inches of travel, which is pretty good. I mean, trucks like the TRX and the Raptor R have more travel than that, but you don't have a differential or little components hanging down underneath the vehicle. Although I did see a video of this trying to do a hill climb and it was kind of less than impressive. So the Cybertruck Beast is a tri-motor. It's got one in the front, two in the back with 845 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds, the quarter mile in 11 seconds. That'll set you back $99,000. The Founders Edition ones are a little bit more expensive than that. But then you've got an entry-level one that's rear-wheel drive only, doesn't come out till 2025, that starts at $61,000 and has about 250 miles of range, 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. So I'm not gonna lie, I started out this video thinking today I was gonna come check out the car and maybe not take delivery of my Cybertruck, but after seeing it in person, I think the only move is to come and actually take delivery of this and see what it'd be like to own the most ridiculously shaped truck ever made. Check it out, this thing can raise and lower with a click of a button. That is pretty awesome. Check out the wheel gap now with it raised in its full position. That is pretty crazy. So check this out, we've got the ride height adjustment on the screen itself. Right now it's in high. You can put it into entry to make it easier to get in and out of. Then it's got low and medium, but this thing actually has some crazy ground clearance. Nice graphics on the display as well. Lowering down now. The wheel gap has been lessened substantially. Check this out, so we've got the different driving modes on the screen. There's comfort, standard, and beast mode. Interesting, they didn't go with plaid or ludicrous or extreme. They have the most ridiculous names for these cars, but there is the beast mode. All right, this isn't Tesla content, but we needed to include this. This is an LAPD patrol car. When have you seen a police car that looks like that? This makes a Crown Vic look so dumb. How about this for a piece of Tesla history? This is the first ever Model S. And if you go to the VIN number, it just says 0001. How awesome is that? If we come around back, look, we've got some Tesla Roadsters here as well. Tesla Model X, but look at the plate. I'm assuming this is real actually. Tesla S1. The logo is different than I've ever seen. P85, it's massive, and it says phase current amplification. That's pretty sick. So check this out. This was the Cybertruck they actually used to demonstrate if it was bulletproof or not. You'll notice we have the wheel covers off, so you can see what the actual wheels themselves look like. But this thing was shot by a 12 gauge, a 9mm, and a 45 caliber Tommy gun, and the doors completely held up. Pretty cool to see a truck that is bulletproof from the factory. Hopefully you never need to use that, but I guess in an apocalypse scenario, this ATV is pretty darn cool as well. This is what I need to help film my vlogs. the Tesla bought. I gotta say, as simple as the Roadster design is, I really do like the way this looks. It's got kind of almost BBS FIR style wheels on Cup 2s, and I love the mini carbon fiber accents. So you got one right here on the aero blade, and we've also got some carbon fiber in the front headlight. Hope this comes out someday. I gotta give a huge shout out to the Peterson Museum for having me out. It was awesome getting to see the Cybertruck, as well as the prototype, as well as one that's been shot. I didn't expect to see all of that in one day. Honestly, after seeing the matte black one in person and getting some more time with the Cybertruck, I think the move is to take delivery with the vehicle and move forward with what it'd be like to live with the Cybertruck. The question is, do I sell the Plaid? Do I keep both? Honestly, I don't think I would keep both. I think I'd get rid of the Plaid for the Cybertruck. Only time will tell. All right, guys, see you next video.